Welcome to Beer Splaining. I am Beer Snob Esquire,
I'm Hoppy Hippo.
and today's episode we're going to have the Paradiso Haze, a hazy grapefruit IPA from our friends over at Shadow Puppet. Corey, Shadow Puppet?
Shadow Puppet's located in Livermore, right there off First Street exit.
First Street. Mhm.
Right near there. Really beautiful facility. It's probably one of the prettiest breweries I've been to in
On
a
the
long
inside,
time.
absolutely.
Woodwork is gorgeous. Nice open space. It's a good spot if you're going to throw a little party, about 20 friends.
Mhm.
It's a great spot for that. Shane and I once watched the Super Bowl there.
We
I
did.
think it might have literally been last year. It might have been the year before.
Two
last, though.
years ago.
Yeah, we sat there. It was like us and the bartenders. And we watched the whole year. We would do that again, except we can't.
So we can't. COVID.
Stuff's not working out.
Good.
This is Sierra, by the way. You
Hi,
can
Sierra.
see Sierra. She's not hanging out because we have cheese, and she's a big cheese fan. So,
Mhm.
I don't know. So Shadow Puppet's one of the five current breweries in Livermore.
4.
Five.
8 bridges closed.
No, there's the River's End, Altamont, the one with the big field, Shadow Puppet, Pennyway.
Oh yeah, 5. You're right. I forgot. I always forget about
Yeah.
the
one with the
homegrown
big
hops. That's
I was like, the one with the big field. I cannot remember the name.
Homegrown hops.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
even
yeah.
know. I've been
I
there
always
once.
forget about them. Yeah, we've been there. We've only been there the one time. We've also only been to River's End the one time. So you're right. Yeah, so 5 in Livermore.
We
Yep.
will go back to homegrown hops for sure.
It's a beautiful place. Beautiful place.
River's End, we're going to wait a little while longer
Yep.
on, I think. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to
Leave
do?
it at that.
All right, so let's pour this bad
So
boy.
yeah, so let's see. So Shadow Puppet's Grapefruit Hazy. Hazy should have a whole lot of milk to it, lactose looking. I love the grapefruit IPAs, so I'm hoping for a big grapefruit flavor in this bad boy. Shadow Puppet normally doesn't do a lot of IPAs. They tend to do more varietals that have a lot more combinations to them. Their browns are great. They do a lot of cask conditioning, stuff like that. So
They do the firkin on occasion.
that's right. They do the firkin. I think we both really enjoyed their Mexican chocolate
Oh, yeah, that was
stout.
good. It was really good.
Really good. Those are the kinds of beers that their brewer normally does. He likes to do those experimental kind of things. So
If grapefruit doesn't come through on this one, I don't even know. It says a smooth hazy IPA brewed with Moutier hops from New Zealand, and then grapefruit puree and fresh grapefruit zest.
so we should be getting a lot of
The
grapefruit.
only way to get better grapefruit in this is to put in literally artificial drops in the keg. I would expect.
I would
Like,
expect.
You
Yeah.
know, this should should taste like grapefruit.
It even looks almost grapefruit juicy.
The can is an interesting design.
They do have some fun cans.
It does look grapefruity. When you're pouring it, I was like, that looks like a grapefruit IPA. It's got
looks
a
like
nice
a
color.
grapefruit.
Look at that. It's hazy, as advertised. I like that this is hazy as opposed to like foggy or cloudy.
Mhm.
I feel like they're
It almost looks
very
unfiltered
different.
instead of hazy, which I do like. It looks great.
yeah, the grapefruit smells there. It's lighter than I was expecting.
I agree too. Yeah, it's not the super sour grapefruit smell, but
It's
to
definitely
me,
there.
It
Though.
smells great.
It's definitely there.
This is getting a 9 on the smell for me. This is beautiful. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's good. Let's try this. Cheers.
Cheers. None for you, Sierra.
Okay. Yeah, the grapefruit's there. It hits towards the back a little bit. I
Yep.
think you get that little sour, like you get
Yep.
that sort of sour end point that grapefruit juice actually just
You
has.
actually taste. It's almost as if you were eating a grapefruit. It is very grapefruity.
It's just like alcoholic grapefruit juice, honestly.
Yeah, that's so. What I was gonna say, I'm a little disappointed in that. I think the grapefruit is destroying the hops. I'm not getting any other flavors other than the grapefruit.
I don't know what a Moutier hop is supposed to taste like.
I don't either.
necessarily. It could be a scent hop. I don't know, but it smells like grapefruit. So, in that case, grapefruit killed it too.
I actually like the smell better than the taste. The taste is, I don't know. I from these guys, I tend to experience a lot more complexities in their flavors, a lot more waves of flavors in their beers, and this one doesn't have that. This is really just here's some grapefruit.
I feel like there are levels of grapefruit. I feel like it's not a complex beer to me. Certainly, it's definitely one note grapefruity. The grapefruit does sort of go through sort of the,
You're right.
the levels of grapefruit flavor as it hits your tongue.
That
and
is
it sort of
true.
goes towards the back end and the aftertaste. It definitely goes through some levels there in the grapefruit. No, but I think you're right though. This is a grapefruit beer.
It is. It is as advertised. Grapefruit hazy.
If grapefruit is your jam and you want to drink alcoholic grapefruit, this is probably the shit for you right here.
Really, yeah. I mean, that's really,
It's fine. I think it's
I'm disappointed. That's
like
what
a
I'll say.
3.75 I
Yeah,
think for me
that's
on tap.
on Untappd and get about a 3.75, which is, like I say, it's unfortunate because the smell has a lot more complexity. That's not quite as overpowering on the grapefruit, and I do get some other aromas that just don't seem to come through. So, I think it's a good. I would say this. I think it's a good try, but I would like to see a little more balance in the flavors. That's all. Some other added additional flavors, either from the hops or some other stuff. to give it a little bit more character, because it's just kind of one notish.
We do need to get photos of all the things, by the way. So
We'll do.
we're going to update our strategy for the next video. Actually,
That's true.
So it's fine.
We should be taking pictures as we pour.
Then we have someone on camera taking a photo.
That's true.
I have a new idea. It's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good. Would I get it again? I probably wouldn't. I don't think I would order this if I were at Shadow Puppet. It's not what I would order there.
I would have ordered it.
Yeah.
I would not get a second.
I like their piney one a lot.
Yeah, the
needles or something.
something like that. I can't.
It's very piney.
Yes, they do have a very piney.
It's very West Coast. It tastes like pine needles, but like in a good way, because eating pine needles sounds like it sucks.
No, but that's a true West Coast. West Coast tends to be the more earthy, more piney IPAs, and they spruce tips.
Yeah, spruce tips.
Spruce tips, because they actually put spruce tips in the beer, and that's the kind of thing that guy does. Their brewer does just say, hey, you know what? I want something to taste like pine. I'm going to add spruce tips into my beer, and that's what he does. So
seems fairly reasonable to me, I think. So yeah, it's good. It's good. 3.75 is probably fair, I think.
Yeah, that's what
Not my favorite beer. I like some other ones today a little better, but I think it's good. It's very drinkable. It's definitely not a dumper at all.
No.
I could see people who would really, really like this beer.
And you know, it's actually it might need to be a little bit colder because I've had it out of the fridge for a while, so it could be that would help it too. But
it's pretty cold still, though.
It's refreshing. It's just like I said, just too much of a good thing.
Yeah,
is where we're at.
It's good though. So I mean, this sounds like a jam. Shadow Puppets over in Livermore. They definitely do have to go.
Yes.
They have crowlers. They have a
they're basically open every day for
selection. When they open back up, honestly, it's worth a stop. It's probably the prettiest brewery in Livermore. Probably the prettiest brewery in the East Bay, to be honest. I haven't been to Pennywaite's location. So.
I haven't been inside Pennywaite's. I looked inside and it looks gorgeous.
Yeah. That I've been to. That's fair.
But the only brewery on the inside that I can compare it to is Morgan, and I just because of the wood there too. I love the inside.
I think that's actually a fair comparison. They're both very, very pretty.
By far one of the best looking breweries on the inside. The staff is great. The brewer's great. You know, and again, the location you really can't beat. 30 seconds off the freeway.
You can, and they usually have a pretty good selection of food places. They do tri-tip a lot. They've had the grilled cheese people out a few times. And I fucking love me a good grilled cheese.
Today is lobster rolls.
Yeah, that's more you than me.
It's not me. No, I don't like this shellfish. I'm just saying they do have some pretty good choices. I'm not a lobster roll guy, but you know.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this one up, I guess. Cheers, Shane.
Thanks for joining us. Cheers.